when the hammer of Thor was created, it was imbued with 3 unique properties. 1. This hammer will be unbreakable. 2. No matter how far it is thrown or what obstacles get in its way, it will always return to Thor. 3. It can shrink to pocket size, so Thor can carry it easily, and then grow back to full size when it's time to smash some skulls. But how did a musclehead like Thor get his hands on such a brilliantly crafted masterpiece? Who exactly forged this legendary hammer? And what kind of hilarious chaos did Loki stir up in its creation? Let's crack open the wild secrets of Thor's mighty hammer. So, it all starts with Loki deciding he's bored in the middle of the night. When everyone was snoring away, Loki crept into Sif's room. Sif is Thor's wife, and is famous for having the most amazing hair in all the 9 realms. She was sleeping like a rock. Loki, grinning like the devil himself, takes out a knife and cuts off all her lovely golden locks, leaving her completely bald. The next morning, Sif wakes up, looks in the mirror, and goes absolutely bonkers. Every god in Asgard starts laughing their ass off at her. Thor comes in, sees his wife looking like a bowling ball, and he's fuming. So, he stomps over to Loki.
Loki, you son of a bitch, did you think this was funny? Calm down, bro. I swear I'll fix it. Just give me a chance. You better do it fast, or the only thing you'll fix is your broken bones.
The weight of Loki's stupidity hits him like a ton of bricks. He desperately needs a solution, and fast. However, the challenge was tough. It's Sif's hair we're talking about. Who the hell could replace that? Loki's pacing, sweating bullets, thinking, all right, I need something big and something magical. Who's got the skills to fix this mess? And then it hits him. The dwarves. Dwarven smiths were known for their exceptional craftsmanship. From enchanted weapons to magical hair, they can whip up anything. Loki wastes no time and rushes off to the realm of the dwarves, hidden deep in the mountains. Little did he know, he was about to set off a chain of events that would change the fate of gods forever. In the Dwarven realm, there were 2 families, renowned for their craftsmanship, the sons of Ivaldi and the Brock brothers. The rivalry between these 2 was the stuff of legends. Loki figured he could play these 2 families against each other and get them to create some extraordinary treasures. So, he first approached the sons of Ivaldi with a crafty tale.
Yo, did you hear? The Brock brothers were bragging about being the best. Total bullshit, bro. We are the best. Yeah? But can you prove that in a contest? Of course, we'll show those cocky bastards who's best. Tell them we're in.
Loki fools them and establishes the rules for the contest. They have to craft 3 gifts for the gods, and one of them has to be the golden hair for Sif. Next up, Loki pays a visit to the Brock brothers.
Yo, did you hear?
Loki spins the same tale, but this time he says, it's the sons of Ivaldi challenging the Brock brothers. But the Brock brothers were not idiots. They weren't easily swayed by Loki's deception. So, they demanded a significant wager from Loki.
Oh, really? And you're just the innocent messenger, huh? Yep, fine, we'll play along. But we want a wager. Interesting. What kind of wager? Your head. If we win, we get to chop off your fucking head and use it as a paperweight.
Loki was caught off guard by the Brock brothers, but what else could he do? He was screwed. If the Brock brothers won, it was sayonara to his head. Faced with this dire outcome, Loki knew he had to make sure the sons of Ivaldi came out on top. So, Loki decided to bug the contest and make the Brock brothers lose. Now, this is where the real chaos is just about to begin. In the depths of the Dwarven forges, the Brock brothers geared up to create 3 mind-blowing treasures for the gods. The younger brother Eitri, the brains behind the operation, handed Brock a critical task to handle the bellows, the heart and soul of the forge. He didn't mince words either.
Bro, don't you dare stop for anything. If you so much as sneeze and let those bellows slip, we're fucked.
Brock, fully grasping the gravity of the situation, planted himself at the bellows like his life depended on it. He pumped those things like a madman, ensuring the forge stayed hot enough to even melt a dragon's ass. Remember when Loki decided to bug the contest? Well, he took it quite literally. He transformed into a fly and flew to where Brock worked. At a critical moment, when a piece of pigskin was placed in the forge, Loki executed his move. He stung Brock's hand with a sharp sting, hoping to break his concentration. But Brock, being a tough-as-nails dwarf, didn't flinch. Next, When a block of gold was placed in the forge, Loki went for round 2. He bit Brock on the neck. This time, it was nasty and fierce, but Brock, the stubborn dwarf, just gritted his teeth and kept working those bellows with unwavering determination. Loki's attempts were going down the drain, faster than his dignity. Finally, when a block of iron was placed in the furnace, Loki went full psycho. He landed right on Brock's eyelid and bit down with all his might. Brock, feeling like he'd just been stabbed in the eye, lost his concentration for just a fraction of a second and let go of the bellows. The steady flow of air to the furnace was disrupted. Loki finally had his moment of triumph. The final treasure, the one that the Brock brothers proudly hoped to create, didn't stay in the fire long enough. It came out looking like a half-baked piece of crap. Loki, grinning like a cat that just ate the canary, strutted over to the dwarves, barely able to contain his smug satisfaction. He joined them to present their treasures to the gods. But Loki's smug grin was about to be wiped off his face in the most unexpected way. The sons of Ivaldi started presenting their treasures. First up, they unveiled the golden hair for Sif. As promised, it magically attached itself to Sif's head, transforming her from bald as a cue ball to radiant goddess in seconds. This magical hair not only restored Sif's beauty, but continued to grow, even more luscious than before. Next up, they unveiled their second treasure, a magnificent spear for Odin. This wasn't just any spear, this one possessed an extraordinary ability to pierce through anything. It was a deadly weapon fit for the All-Father himself. Their final treasure was a seemingly humble piece of cloth. The gods looked on, thinking, what the hell is this? A napkin? But as they watched, the small cloth unfolded into a colossal ship right before their eyes. It was a gift for Freyr, the god of the harvest, who could now cruise around in style. Now, the time has come for the Brock brothers to present their creations. For Freyr, they unveiled a jaw-dropping golden boar. This wasn't just any pig. This divine beast could pull Freyr's chariot across the sky faster than any other known mount. The gods, including Freyr, stood there practically drooling over its sheer ingenuity. For Odin, the Brock brothers presented a golden arm ring. Don't be fooled by its simplicity. This bad boy had a special power. Every 9th night, it cranked out 8 more identical golden rings. It's a magical item that basically shits gold. Odin's eyes lit up like he just won the Asgardian lottery. At last, Brock presented the final treasure, a gift for Thor. It was a hammer, but with an unusually short handle. A physically flawed item. Loki couldn't help but smirk, thinking,
Ha, they are so screwed.
But Brock started revealing the hammer's extraordinary abilities. Mjolnir is unbreakable, always returns to Thor, and could shrink down to fit in his pocket. All the gods unanimously agreed that Mjolnir was the finest gift of all. The moment of reckoning was at hand, and Loki's fate hung in the balance. Realization hit Loki like a ton of bricks. Panic set in, and he bolted like a scared rabbit. But before he could make his escape, Thor grabbed him. The Brock brothers were itching to claim their prize, Loki's head. In a desperate attempt, Loki pointed out a technicality in the wager. He argued,
Dude, you may have won my head, but we never mentioned my neck. So, you can't cut it, bro.
Loki thought he'd weaseled his way out yet again. But Brock was having none of Loki's bullshit. He proposed a different form of punishment. Recognizing that Loki's silver tongue was the root of all this chaos, Brock grabbed an awl. He sewed Loki's lips, shutting his mouth forever and sealing his ability to spread deceit. Loki, for once, was left speechless, literally.